Hello, my name is Gregor von Laschewski, and today I will be telling you about how easy it is to start images on Eucalyptus within FutureGrid. And I hope you enjoy the tutorial. We have many more tutorials and screencasts available. Please check them out also. We have OpenStack, for example, as an alternative to Eucalyptus. Thank you. On FutureGrid we have a Eucalyptus deployment. It is Eucalyptus version 3. And you can find more about our tutorial in our manual at manual.futuregrid.org. There you will find a chapter about Eucalyptus, and you can follow the instructions that I'm giving here in this particular manual page also. So let us go back to our machine. So let's log in and into the machine. So we just SSH in with our user account. Now the first thing that we need to be doing is we need to be loading the Euca2 tools, which are essentially command line tools that interface with Eucalyptus. We say module load Euca2 tools. Now the module is loaded, and we need to be now also be able to access our Eucalyptus accounts. There, luckily, when you have a FutureGrid account being created, the permissions and the Eucalyptus account is already set up for you automatically. And in order for you to know the password that you're using or the Eucalyptus username, we have created a zip file that is being stored in the .futuregrid environment. So let's just say I take a look into my .futuregrid environment, and in there I find a directory that's called Eucalyptus, and in there I find a project number. These are the projects I'm affiliated with. Now it happened to be that the user Albert is affiliated with one particular project, but you may be affiliated with more projects, so you have for each project your own project directory, and under each you find your own credentials. So if you do work on two projects, make sure that you are activating the right credentials. In our case it's easy, we just have one project. So what I need to now do is I need to be unzipping that particular file. So I just say, if I look in the directory, I see here my Euca file. So the one thing that I need to do is I need to unzip it. This will unzip me the directory into my current home directory. So I can see ls -l Euca rc. Yes, for example, the Euca file. It's important to note that you should be keeping your read-write permission only for yourself and not for others, so that you're not allowing others to access your username and password from this file. The next thing that I need to do is I need to source that file. So I say source Euca rc, and now I have a bunch of variables in my environment that has been used by the command lines, commands from Eucalyptus. One of the things that is important to notice is that we have many images as part of our flavors as part of our Eucalyptus installation. We have a small, medium, large, extra large. All of this is documented on the manual, and you can use these things later on. So now let's test if our setup actually does work. So we have logged in, we have loaded the modules, we have a command that's, for example, Euca version. So let's say Euca-version. And there we go, we see which Eucalyptus tools we have here. Now, maybe one of the things that we want to do is we want to see what kind of images are available. So we say Euca describe images, and this will be returning us, if we are successful in setting up our environment, the list of images that are available. This will take a while, because many images exist in our current Eucalyptus environment. And let's see, let's hope that it returns back soon. And there we go, we have images. I have the font set a little bit too large, but you can adjust your font settings so that you have a much easier way of reading that particular information. We will go back to this at a later time, but let us first focus on creating a key that we need to be creating. Now let us recap what we have done. We have created a Euclid key pair with $user dash key pair and redirected it into a pen file. Next, we need to be actually changing the permissions of this file so that Eucalyptus does not complain about it. This is necessary for us to do the next step, which is about starting an image on Eucalyptus. The command for that is called euca run instances, and we pass the key pair along and specify an image ID, EMI ID here, and we can run this command, and the image is being submitted to Eucalyptus. Here we see the pending state. Then we just need to be waiting for the pending state to go away to be in a running state. Next, we need to be creating an instance. For that, we are using our images that we found via describe images. We have a default image for Future Grid that's called EMI1C8C3ADF. And we are just starting it with our user key, C $user, and we see that the image now is in pending state. We need to be waiting till the image comes into running state so that we can log in and into it. One way of doing this is to continuously write down the command euca describe instances, but that becomes kind of tiresome at times. So what we could be doing is we could be using other methods, for example, such as the watch command. If we put a watch in front of euca describe instances, it will be automatically updated for a particular period of time. And that's what I'm going to be describing next. So let's just take a look at man watch. It executes a program periodically. And the default is being set to 2 seconds. That's just way too short for instances in FutureGrid or in Eucalyptus. What we want to do is possibly 5 seconds or 10 seconds. So let's just execute this. We use the command Eucaldescribe instances. We say watch -n and then the number of seconds, maybe 10 seconds. And every 10 seconds, this particular screen is being refreshed or the command is being called again. And we have a convenient way of monitoring it and watching it pending at one point change. And here we go. The program has changed, and one of the things that we need to be doing is we need to be changing the way we access the image. So we need to authorize certain ports. So I have done this here, open port 22, and also the ICMP port. And now we are ready to log in into the image. This can be achieved via the SSH command. As you can see, SSH -i $user key.pem. I just type it in, and now I'm in my virtual machine. I can do the typical Unix commands, and I've created my first virtual machine on Eucalyptus. That's really that simple to create a virtual machine in Eucalyptus on FutureGrid, and I hope you will be enjoying creating your own virtual machines. Be reminded that our OpenStack cloud is a little bit larger than the Eucalyptus cloud, so if you want to do larger experiments, you may want to use OpenStack. Thank you very much.